The automotive market has been in a roller coaster where it has reached its peak, its bottom, and now it's going back up quite rapidly to new heights. More and more people are looking at car as really a mean of transport, more than a luxury status. So there is a bigger interest in cost-effective cars, which wasn't the case in the past. You see an approach where Asian manufacturers, a big growth of the Chinese manufacturers over the past 24 months, gaining a huge market share. We're going into the 30% market share for the Chinese manufacturers. We've seen people moving from the need of owning the asset to really saying, this is really a tool to take me from point A to point B. From a B2B perspective, companies don't want to own it and put it on their books. They'd rather just have it rental and leasing. From a B2C perspective, the person says, I want to be free of all the headaches. Qatar has other advantages that makes it more and more attractive, preferred hub due to the fact that we've got the energy sector that brings the cost down from an energy perspective. And obviously, Qatar being quite central from a geographical perspective, it allows us to be very close. Within a 3.5 to 4 hours radius, you really touch a huge population between Central Asia, East Africa, and Europe. So the transformation has been quite tremendous over the past 10 years. I believe that the evolution really needs to be governmental led. There is a very important aspect that is linked to data, to cyber attacks, to many things that were never thought of before. There is a very important part that is needed to be played by the government in order to make sure that all of that works seamlessly and within the framework of the law. The innovation part is really coming from our customers. It's the customer need that come into place. It's not only about having that information, it's what do you do with that information. If it is packaged in the right way, if we can give the right information in the right framework that allows the customer to really understand what it really means, then it becomes useful. The country has evolved tremendously after gaining the right to host the World Cup, and we've seen Qatar transform. The benefit of being in such a situation is that you can think ahead for the decades to come as to how you want to see the city and the country as a whole grow. Therefore, you see that with the road network that has been built. And obviously after that, you've had the rail network that has come with the metro, the airport, Hamad International Airport, that is world-class airport that has won many awards. And then you've got also the Hamad port, which receives all the cargo and all the ships and has become also a hub. I think that the next decade to come is going to be a very interesting, very transformational decade ahead of us. Qatar has all the tools to present itself as a great regional and international hub. Mobility is always going to be there. The role of the distributors and the dealers is always going to be a fundamental key point in the relationship between the brand and the consumer.